Howdy y'all, this is Barefoot Acrylics, Disco Biker, Goober, whatever you want to call me. Working in my backyard today. I cleaned up the alley some more. I've been working on that for months. I started out last fall. And in the backyard, you guys know how messy that's been. With an old refrigerator back here, there's still some debris because last year I didn't get my old leaf piles taken out of here because December was mild, and then right around, I don't know, around Christmas time or right before, the snow hit and it never went away, so I got stuck with these piles. But yeah, let me show you what I've been doing. Back up a little bit so you can see. Alright, hope the wind doesn't knock this down. It's only knocked it down like 3 times already. It's my fault for not anchoring the bottom. But anyway, see that ground there? I tore that up. Remember, there's a refrigerator out here and all that garbage, and I literally tipped it end over end over end. It's laying over yonder now. So when I get some hired help to come help me, Lord, send them to me. I can't get anybody to come help me. I ask and I ask, nobody shows up. But I will pay money. So come help me. Anyway, I'm going to plant some wildflower seed, and this particular packet is for shady areas. So I got the dirt tore up right here. My husband was out here last night with the pick and the shovel, and he was busting up and removing a bunch of little tree stumps for me to make it easier to manage and to start mowing. He's got one right there. But anyway, this is all worked up. And I got this here wildflower mix, annuals and perennials, 3-in-1, seed and fertilizer and soil improvers. Just sprinkle, water, and grow, it says. Alright, it's called the Shady Wildflower Mix. Yesterday in the front yard, I put regular wildflower seed because the sun is full on there. But back here, as you can see, is quite shady certain times of the day. So we are going to first look at the directions. I keep tripping over this cable on the ground here. I already cut a piece off, but I don't think it goes to anything anymore. It goes to under the house right there. And I've only tripped and I fell flat on my face once. I've tripped like 3 times, and here I am carrying around a utility knife, right? Okay, I'm gonna have David cut it out of there because he's got stronger muscles than me. Okay, I prepared the soil evenly, blah blah blah, rake lightly, and then you gotta water it. This is the most important step, they say, the watering. Water daily or is needed to keep the soil surface and wildflower seed moist for the first 2 weeks. And it says it's critical to make it germinate, blah blah blah. Okay, when enough water has been applied, the crystals will expand and sparkle. When the crystals disappear, it's time to water again. Well, I tell you what, I looked in the front yard when I watered earlier today. You can't tell what's crystal and what's seed. Yeah, I just threw down some water, right? Okay, now the hose does not reach back here right now. It will eventually, but so I'm going to have to haul with a bucket some water. So that's why I'm just going to utilize this around this little maple tree right here, and whatever's around it. And I got a couple 3 piles and a stack of cement to get out of here. Old cement steps that are useless. My in-laws, this was their place, and my mother-in-law, bless her heart, passed away from cancer in the late 90s, and then we lost my father-in-law, and I can't remember what year, the early 2000s. He had a bad heart and diabetes, and we miss them both dearly, but they never really did anything with the backyard. The steps got broken up and they just left them, and they just really didn't do anything. So we're talking, the reason why it's taking so long, there's that cord again, doggone it. We're talking, let's see, we've been here just close to 19 years. So we're talking over 20 years of debris that's piled up as I raked and dug with shovels and picks. I've dug up old toys, tin cans, diabetic vials, my father-in-law's insulin vials. There's all kinds of stuff that was out here. So, yeah, I've just been, ever since last year, just been working on it little by little. So right now I'm putting down the seed. Keep your mouth closed when you do it, because the dust from the fertilizer, it does blow up. So just keep your mouth closed when you do it. Hopefully, because of the fertilizer smell, the birds will leave it alone until they grow into flowers. I don't think they want the seed with all that fertilizer stink in it, do you? I don't think so, but I don't know. I've never done this before. Out here, I'm avoiding the pile on purpose, because when that gets hauled out of here, I don't want people disturbing all my seed. Alright, I'm just going to go back through there and just dump what I got left. Okay. And then I'm supposed to kind of rake it. Cable. Ain't it fun? I'm getting real tired already, because I've already been out here at least an hour, maybe longer. I don't remember, because I started in the front yard to water my seed and flowers in the front yard, my posies that I bought at the local flower place, whatever you call it. Greenhouse, yeah, there you go. The local greenhouse. Yeah. Because of my fibromyalgia, I get a lot of brain fog, so when I go to talk, sometimes my brain gets stuck. I'll say something either backwards, out of order, or just can't think of what to say. So I'm used to it. It's been happening for over, it's been going on for about 15 years, so what the hey, I'm used to that. Used to that brain fog. Whoa. Let's get this going here. I'm going to be out here all day doing this. Old styrofoam is everywhere. Old chunks of styrofoam. Yeah. Styrofoam is not biodegradable. And when it gets really old, it just dries out, but it doesn't break down. It just gets flatter and flatter and harder, and that stuff is just everywhere. There's big pieces of it, giant chunks, because some of it was used as insulation for stuff. Yeah, so it's everywhere. Keep digging it up. There's piles of it behind the camera. It's gotta be hauled out. All right, I think we got the seed scattered pretty good. And so come with me, we're going to feed the Orioles a little bit. I forgot to buy oranges the other day, and I'm low on money anyways. Actually, to be honest, I'm flat broke. So yeah, the Orioles are going to have to wait to get their oranges, but I do have a plum and some jam. Okay, let me go get it. Okay. You see the feeder? Come with me. Alright. I want that to fall down. Can you see it? Alright, there's my Oriole feeder. Filled with water because it rained the other day, which just rinses it out. Okay, since I don't have any oranges to slice up, I got a plum that got old. So I figure, hey, it's sweet, right? I put an apple on here one day and I got 8, so I don't know what ate it, but let's split it in half and go put it on the forks here, whatever you want to call that business. My mom got me that Oriole feeder at the end of last season, and I enjoyed the Orioles, and it was too late to put out the hummingbird feeder, but this year, that's what I'm going to do later today. I'm going to go in the house, cook up some hummingbird syrup. I think Mom said it's 1 part sugar to 5 parts water. She boils up, and when it cools off, you put it in the feeder. It's a lot better than buying the store-bought syrup because you don't know what's in there, preservatives. I don't know. We just make it ourselves. All right, there's the pit. Put back there for critters. Got a nice ripe plum. You put it on these little, I don't know, I call them forks, whatever you want to call that. And it helps balance it too when you put the jam in. And I didn't get to the store to get some cheap old Spartan jam, so sorry, Mama. But it's a treat for the birdies. They're getting Mama's homemade raspberry jam. Last year I got a bunch of raspberries on sale, and Mom likes to she makes strawberry freezer jam every year and gives it to anybody who wants it. She just stocks up her freezer, and anybody who wants it says, Aunt Margie, everybody calls her Aunt Margie or Grandma, we need some more jam, we need some strawberry jam. So I thought, hey, have you ever tried it with raspberry? She said no. I said, well, let's give it a try. And I really like it. Because, well, you know, I'm crazy about raspberries anyway, and I do like strawberries too. But for a change, I wanted raspberry. So we had just enough in here to give some to the Orioles. And then I wash out the jars, return them to Mama, and she makes more jam. Right on, right on. Okay, got our plum, got our jam, got the seed spread. Before I turn on the cameras, I filled up both of my feeders. Oh, you know that gigantical red feeder I had? Well, between the squirrels, me shooting at the squirrels and getting pellets on them, and just the raccoons and everything, they were ripping open the suet cages. So I got 2 different feeders, and I still have the other one, and once it's empty, it's out in the front yard, I'm going to give it to my mom and dad. And they got a nice feeder up at their house, but I thought, you know what, maybe they can put another one up, maybe in a nearby tree or something. You know, it's fun to have more than one feeder because there's so much birdies you can enjoy. So, all right, here's this one, and they like both feeders, but they like the red one better. They emptied that one out first. I don't know why, but it's always like the first one to be emptied. But this is lightweight. It's plastic. I just take it over around the corner to my bin and fill it, and the red one's metal, and it's very heavy when it's full, and it hurts my hands. But the only thing is, this doesn't have a suet feeder. But I do have my line that lights up at night, and I can put the suet cages on that and the suet sacks, and the raccoons are too heavy to climb on them. Because this right here is empty. When I take the old onion sacks and whatnot, we save them for morel mushroom hunting. So once in a while I'll take one and put out here, but they don't last very long because once they get chomping on them and pecking at it, the woodpeckers will eventually open up the sack, trying to get to the very last chunk of suet, you know. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to go down, when I get some money, I'm going to go to Tractor Supply and get me 2 suet cages, and I'll hang one on this line right here, and I'll put the other one probably closer to the green cage. All right, and they love eating it from this one. Sometimes I hang it from the shepherd's hook as well, but it's too low to the ground, but they really like this one. It's a nice spot. They feel comfortable, and it's close to their feeder. Here's the other feeder right here. This is the tree that is real busy in the winter time and stuff, and I put this little plastic feeder on there. Now it's got the little notches on there. You just do like a little turn, and it unlocks, and then you do the same thing to lock it. Okay, so, oh yeah, and if you noticed, look at, I'm standing where the refrigerator was. Yeah, I love it. You know, I got some piles to get out here, brush, and then we can mow down all that stuff. But we got to be careful when we mow, because, you know, it's rural. There's a lot of stuff here. There's stumps and everything. But I'll show you all this brush. It's stuff that we cut and just threw, but it didn't get far enough back. Because technically, where I'm standing right here, this is still part of my backyard, but I'm standing on brush. And the brush line starts right here where the end of my arm is, okay? So, ooh, there's the old fly trap from last year. I got a new fly trap put up. Okay, so anyway, this whole back area, this whole line, it's got to be cleared out. Just, and then right here, I got a nice open spot. So I would like to be able to just push this back a little bit more, maybe just out of the way a little bit, or maybe not even do that, but at least clear this spot right here. And then I would like to bait deer right there so we can watch them out the window every year. Not to kill, just to bait and to watch. When we hunt deer, we go out back where we got hunting stands and stuff. Ooh, that's wild. Now that's the wild berries that come up. I was hoping they were strawberries, but no. That's the raspberries with all the pickers. They take over the backyard. That's another reason why we need to start mowing. Why we need to clear it out and mow. Because the pickers, oh my goodness gracious, they overtook the backyard, right? Because Mom and Dad Monroe just didn't do anything with it. And the eaves are a mess. There's a big old honking bird's nest right there. Oh, I wanted to show you the little bird house that I put back here just for fun. I couldn't find a tree notch that had the good enough position without doing the sawing and climbing to put it in, you know, for a real bird to live in. So I put it on this high tree stump, and it came with a bunch of stuff at an auction, and it had a bunch of weird sticks and stuff stapled to it, looked like wire or something. So I cut them off, and then I put some of the sticks in there, and a couple of cotton balls in case a bird wants to make a home. But it's just mostly there for decoration. But I put some E6000 glue on the bottom of that, and then glued it on there and walked away. But on this side has our address, and I put the B on there because this is the apartment. B stands for Birdies, right? And then on this side it's got our last name on it, and that's the back of it. And I can see it from my kitchen window, and I just like to look at it. It's cute. All right, and all of my city folk friends, this is the country. This is where wilderness, this is where civilization ends. That's where the wilderness begins. But the good part is it, right beyond them trees is my next door neighbor, Debbie. And I got neighbors on all sides, but yeah, we're in the country, but we're civilized country folk, I guess. Not too civilized though. Right, Ron? Right, Wally? Right, Kimaroo? All right, guys, I gotta go wash my hands after fiddling with bird stuff. I got suet grease on me, but before I do that, I should put out a couple suet cakes. All right, thanks for reminding me. Okay, y'all, see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.